In today's video, we're about to listen to how delusional Cam Newton truly is.
A lot of people see my situation and not think that I'm not high functioning.
What situation?
Okay, so I'm not married. I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
By how
8.
many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more.
By multiple women? What's the intent
I
of
just
this saying?
want
Or
God
by
to
your
bring
wife?
them. I just want God to bring them.
Stop. This shit gotta stop. This shit has to stop, bro. People gotta stop attaching God and Jesus to bullshit that they doing or they plan to do. Nigga, God does not condone this in the slightest. If anything, he's condemning this bullshit. A lot of people that use God and Jesus to justify the bullshit they doing in their life typically ain't even religious like that. Because if you was Cam Newton, you would know that God is not for the bullshit that you just said, dude. He ain't.
Okay.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active, okay? So you're creating, in disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing.
Then the crazy part is you don't even want to get married after you just used God, after you just used the Lord's name in vain. You implied that you really have no intentions on getting married anytime soon. What the actual fuck? What kind of backwards ass shit is that? Since you wanted to use God and the Lord into the bullshit that you're trying to do in your life, let's see what God has to say about half the bullshit you're doing. And I'm not even big into religion. I just have a strong disdain for people that love to attach God and Jesus to the bullshit that they're doing in their lives. This shit is crazy. But look what God has to say about the goofy shit that Cam Newton doing. Genesis 2:24 instructs people to leave their family, be united with their wife, and then become one flesh. Cam Newton, you just said that you're scared to get divorced, bro, so you're most likely not even getting married, bro. So how are you living in any way that the Lord would agree with? And you're attaching God's name to this shit. Next, 1 Corinthians 6:18-20 tells believers to flee sexual immorality, saying that the sexually immoral person sins against their own body. Damn, Cam Newton. Don't, like I said, bro, before I even looked this shit up, I don't think God would have been too fond of the fuckery you doing. But let's continue. Hebrews 13:4 considers sex outside of marriage to be immoral and says that God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous. So in no way, shape, or form would God approve of the fuckery that you're doing, buddy. But let's continue.
Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you. But these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior to say that I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and that's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved. Everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box. And then here you go over here trying to figure out what box you're going to feed or entertain or do. Then you're looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in the box. It's unhealthy.
Damn. She politely cooked the fuck out of this nigga. This ignorant, rich ass nigga. And like she said, the point about the broken homes, bro. Like, dog, there's no way that you could give those kids the lives that they could have had you had all of those kids with one woman and y'all was all in the same home. And the crazy thing is, a lot of black men think like that. They think that as long as they're taking care of their kids, that it's all right. But at the end of the day, that kid doesn't have the father figure in their lives like they would had you did that with one woman. So like she said, in some way those kids are suffering because of your selfish acts and because you fear getting married. And you know just as well as we know, bro, you're rich. You didn't even have to get married to a woman for you to be in a home with her and have multiple kids with her. We all know this. But you would rather just spread your seed everywhere and have your kids fuck with you when they fuck with you. That's not, them children not gonna have the type of father figure they could have had you been smarter, bro. And at one point in my life, I used to think like that because that's what I seen growing up was just hella broken homes being created. And I didn't see nothing wrong with it because those men were taking care of their kids at the end of the day. And then I found myself in a similar predicament to the point where I have 2 kids in one home and I have another kid way fucking 5-6 states away. And I'm living that reality of how hard that is to try to be a father figure to a kid that you don't have full time. It's way easier said than done. Regardless of how much money I send, or regardless of what I do for him, I'm still not there full time or as much as I could be because of my immature mindset when I was younger. But at the end of the day, we live and we learn. But Cam Newton, you're grown as fuck, dude. And there's no way you shouldn't have learned this by now. But I guess time will tell, and you shall see, and you may come to that realization like I did. We shall see. And another thing I find crazy, bro, is that a lot of men think that marriage is a bigger commitment than having a child with somebody. Bro, you're attached to that person for the rest of your life because y'all have that kid that's an extension of both of y'all. When you marry somebody, you could divorce them tomorrow. When that kid comes out of that woman, bro, that's your commitment till that kid dies or she dies or you die. You'd figure after all of this time and all of this money and all of the shit he's been through, he'd have picked this up at least, but I guess not. But y'all let me know what y'all think about immature, childish Cam Newton in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It's your boy K-Jen, and I'm out.